If you don't start these 17 seeds indoors in the next 2 weeks, you'll be spending hundreds of dollars at the grocery store this summer while your neighbors are harvesting pounds of free food. The difference between an abundant garden and a disappointing one isn't luck, it's timing. John Seymour, the grandfather of self-sufficiency, proved that indoor-started plants produce 30 to 40% more harvest simply because they have more time to produce. Right now, in late January and early February, you have a small window to get ahead. Miss it, and you've lost the season. Today, I'm showing you exactly which 17 seeds to start this week and the simple system that turns every seed into a productive plant. Start slicing tomatoes like Brandywine and Cherokee Purple right now. 8 weeks before your last frost is the sweet spot. One plant produces 20 to 30 pounds of tomatoes worth $80 to $120 at store prices. Start 6 plants, and you're looking at $500 of free food. These heirloom varieties have flavor that store-bought tomatoes simply cannot match. Also start cherry tomatoes like Sun Gold for continuous snacking and paste tomatoes like San Marzano for canning. Same timing, different harvest strategies. Cherry tomatoes keep producing until frost, giving you fresh tomatoes for months. San Marzano produces heavy crops perfect for making sauce, and one plant gives you enough tomatoes for a year's worth of pasta sauce. Peppers need 10 to 12 weeks indoors because they germinate slowly and grow slowly. Start sweet bell varieties like California Wonder immediately. One plant produces 8 to 12 peppers worth $20 to $30. Hot peppers like jalapenos and habaneros need even longer. 12 weeks minimum. Start them this week. A single habanero plant produces 50 to 100 peppers, giving you hot sauce for an entire year. That's enough to share with friends and family. The trick with peppers, they need 75 to 80 degree warmth to germinate. Use a heat mat or put them on top of your refrigerator. This warmth makes the difference between 70% germination and 95% germination. Don't rush to move them to cooler conditions. Keep them warm until they have their first true leaves. Black Beauty and Ichiban eggplant need 8 weeks indoors. One plant gives you 8 to 12 fruits, each feeding a family of 4. Grilled, roasted, or turned into baba ganoush, eggplant makes you feel like you're eating well even when living on garden produce. Eggplant loves heat even more than peppers. Don't transplant until soil temperatures reach 60 degrees and nights stay consistently warm. The secret weapon. More productive than tomatoes, more disease-resistant, and they produce earlier. Start varieties like Purple and Toma Verde now. You need 2 plants minimum for pollination. One plant produces 3 to 4 pounds worth $24 at specialty stores. Fresh tomatillo salsa is something you cannot buy. These plants are vigorous growers that sprawl across the garden. Give them plenty of space. Start slicing cucumbers like Marketmore 3 to 4 weeks before last frost. Indoor starting protects them from cucumber beetles and bacterial wilt that destroy direct-sown seedlings. One plant gives you 10 to 15 cucumbers worth $30. Pickling varieties like Boston Pickling produce 30 to 40 small cucumbers perfect for preserving. Start them the same timing. Early production means you're canning in July, not September, when you're overwhelmed with tomatoes. This timing makes all the difference in your preservation schedule. Handle cucumber seedlings carefully. They hate root disturbance. One zucchini plant feeds a family. 2 plants have you giving squash to neighbors. Start Black Beauty zucchini and yellow crookneck 3 weeks before last frost in large 4-inch pots. This prevents root disturbance. One plant produces 15 to 20 pounds worth $45 to $60. Indoor starting means production begins early July instead of mid-August. That extra month of harvest makes an enormous difference. Butternut and acorn squash need 90 to 110 days to mature. Start them 3 to 4 weeks before last frost. One butternut plant gives you 8 to 12 squash that store for 4 to 6 months in a cool basement. That's $80 to $120 of value. But more importantly, it's squashed for soups and curries all through fall and winter. This is food security. These plants need space. Plan for each vine to spread 6 to 8 feet. Cantaloupe, honeydew, and sugar baby watermelon all benefit from indoor starting. 3 weeks before last frost in large pots. One plant produces 4 to 6 melons worth $30 to $40. Fresh melons make summer eating special. Like cucumbers, melons resent transplanting. Copenhagen market cabbage started 6 to 8 weeks before last frost gives you 3 to 5 pound heads by early June, before cabbage worms become serious. One plant worth $3 to $4. Start 12 plants for $40 to $50 of fresh cabbage plus enough for sauerkraut. Cabbage transplants are cold hardy. Plant them 2 to 3 weeks before your last frost date. Calabrese broccoli started 6 to 8 weeks early produces main heads in late May before heat causes bolting. One plant gives you a main head worth $3 to $4 plus side shoots worth another $2 to $3. Start 8 plants for $60 of value. Don't pull the plant after cutting the main head. Side shoots will keep producing. The most temperature-sensitive brassica. Start snowball variety 6 to 8 weeks early. Trickier than broccoli but worth $5 to $6 per head. Start 6 plants. Even if only 4 succeed, that's $25 of impressive harvest. Cauliflower needs consistent moisture and cool weather. The forgotten allium. Start King Richard leeks 8 to 10 weeks before last frost. Slow to germinate, slow to grow, but incredibly hardy. One leek worth $1.50 to $2. Start 20 for $40 of value. The real benefit, they store in the ground. Harvest from September through November for extended fresh eating. Genovese basil started 6 to 8 weeks early gives you continuous harvest all summer. One plant provides dozens of servings worth $4 to $5 each at the store. Start 6 plants for enough fresh eating and pesto to freeze for winter. Wait until nighttime temperatures stay above 50 degrees before transplanting. Basil is tender. Italian flat-leaf parsley started 8 to 10 weeks early becomes your everyday herb. Small daily harvests replace one $3 bunch per week from the store. That's $12 per month, $48 per season. Start 6 plants for more than your family can use. Parsley takes 3 weeks to germinate. Be patient. Some gardeners soak seeds overnight to help speed up the process. Use 50-cell seed trays for most crops. 4-inch pots for cucumbers, squash, melons. Use sterile seed starting mix, not garden soil. Fill containers, water thoroughly, then plant seeds at 2 to 3 times their diameter depth. Tomatoes and peppers need 70 to 75 degrees. Use heat mats or put trays on top of the refrigerator. Cover with plastic domes until sprouts appear. The plastic keeps moisture in and warmth consistent. Remove domes as soon as you see green emerging. This is critical. You need grow lights 2 to 4 inches above seedlings, running 14 to 16 hours daily. Window light isn't enough. Without proper light, seedlings become leggy and weak. Water from below to prevent disease. Keep soil moist but not waterlogged. Once true leaves appear, feed weekly with half-strength fish emulsion. 1 to 2 weeks before transplanting, gradually expose seedlings to outdoor conditions. Start with 1 hour, increase daily. This prevents transplant shock and strengthens stems. Wait until nighttime temperatures stay above 50 degrees for tender crops. Plant brassicas 2 to 3 weeks earlier. Transplant on cloudy days or evenings. Water thoroughly. Provide shade for the first week with row covers or cardboard boxes. These 17 seeds started this week are your foundation for summer food security. By early July, you'll be harvesting fresh tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers while others are just seeing flowers. By September, you'll have preserved hundreds of dollars of food for winter. The window is open right now. Start these seeds this week using this simple system and set yourself up for the most abundant summer you've ever had.